guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are out on the Gary Fisher Joshua 1999 model. Just giving it a little spin. I've already taken it out on some sort of real quiet tracks, and I think I might have to call in pedal strike Mike because everything is just going crack, 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 crack. Although he's got this massive Rob Warner pedals, which are a bit ridiculous. But it's an interesting bike so far, really light. Obviously a 26er, it's got a lockout shock. I'll show you the bike in a minute, but we're going to take it out in Surrey Hills, give it a little bit more sort of interesting trails that you might actually want to ride, and see if it's worth it. So here she is, the old Gary Fisher Joshua F2. I got this for £100, which I thought was amazing, and it's almost in like near new condition. So like starting at the front, you've got these RockShox Judy SLs. Actually feel really nice, really supple. I wouldn't say they're long travel, so who knows on the big hits, but pretty nice on the regular stuff. Got these really nice Bontrager wheels, sort of with a black rim. These Avid brakes, the Avid 2.0s, are actually unbelievable, and actually sort of in the dry, as good as a lot of disc brakes, I'd say. Obviously you've got your skinny bars here. I really like these Avid levers. Shifter's really nice. Stem's actually quite short for the time, 99, so it looks about sort of 70 mil. And then you've got the skinny bars. Pretty nice condition though. Frame's looking good. Look at that. I love these sexy colour jobs. Most ridiculous water bottle mount there. I tried, almost like rips my hand off while I was trying to grab it. Pretty nice sort of LX crankset, RockShox Sid shock with lockout, creaks like a mother, but yeah, it's okay. Got to be careful with this saddle, dropping it down so you don't smash the shock or damage any of that stuff. Again, you've got another Avid 2.0 V-brake at the back. Really nice, really good, and I absolutely love the colour scheme of this swing arm. It's kind of checkered and multicolour sort of action, and obviously we've got, well, I say obviously, we've got this lovely little Shimano XTR derailleur at the back. So overall, I think that's damn good for 100 quid, but I'm going to give it a ride, see if it's worth it. Basically trying to work out, is it worth buying a cheap old full suspension bike, and can it be fun? So let's give it a go. So one of the things I love about this bike is, you can see down here, it's just like a nice view. I'd almost call it like a fuselage compared to some of my other frames. So quite chunky, classic old school Y bike, design, so unified rear triangle, not the best, bounces around, but feels pretty good. Well, okay, so just had a little blast along some flat trails, quite bumpy, loads of roots. Obviously it's in the dry, so it was fine, like not slipping out, but not having a dropper post. And to be honest, the most annoying thing was having the water bottle cage underneath. So it just shakes around all over the place, and that was actually the thing that was putting me off most, sort of hitting things quite hard. But other than that, it felt all right. Okay, what I suspected this bike would be good at was technical climbs, and I was right. This doesn't look like a climb from here, but to get up here, there's loads of roots, it's quite steep, quite annoying, quite bouncy, but this actually ate it up pretty well. This is going to be the real test for this one, I think. It doesn't look downhill from here, but once it gets in there, you get in amongst the trees, switchbacks, a few drop-offs, quite steep, probably at the limit of what this bike would be ridden on, I reckon, but let's have a look. So what's my overall impression of the Joshua F2 1999? Well, to be honest, I think value is unbelievable, as this thing was basically like brand new, and I got it for £100. I thought that was amazing. Like, if you compare what else you could get for this money, probably the only mountain biker I passed today was on an Apollo from Halfords. It's obviously an absolute piece of garbage, and I don't think it would be any fun at all. And obviously this bike was around £2 brand new, so it's actually dripping in decent parts from that era, which have got hardly any wear and tear on them. So bit of a no-brainer really. If you wanted to go old school full sus and you can get one cheap and in nice condition, I would absolutely pull the trigger on that one and get it. Obviously it's got its limitations, but I went down some pretty fun trails which I'd normally go down my 29 hardtail. Only the one quite nice thing is actually the skinny bars in some situations in the real tight tree areas are actually quite good. And even though people rave about head angles and massive bars and stuff, it's still really fun. So yeah, highly recommended if you can put up with the squeaky shock. But I'm going to give it a few upgrades, modernising it a little bit and ride it again, see what I think. All right, see you later.